Well, hello there. Welcome. So today we are going to be making a fall-inspired palette, which, spoilers, I have already made and done this look with. I also filmed the tutorial for this look at the end, so if you want to see how I got this look, be sure to stay tuned. But for the palette, I just have been really feeling the fall vibes this year. I'm loving like my fall outfits. I'm loving my fall candles. I'm just loving everything fall. I'm very excited for October and the rest of September. And so I figured, what a perfect theme for an eyeshadow palette. We've been seeing a few like fall-esque palettes coming out recently, like the ColourPop It's a Mood palette, and I kind of just wanted to make my own, you know, not inspired directly by any one thing, but just what speaks to me and like what colors are calling to me this fall season. So if you're interested in seeing the palette that I made and the eye look that I did, go ahead and keep on watching. Welcome to overhead mode. So as you just heard in the intro, I am going to make a fall themed palette. I'm going to use this Give Me Glow one just because I feel like it's a pretty good size. But I don't have like a particular number of shades that I want to do or anything like that. I'm just going to kind of mess around and try to come up with something. I'm kind of using loosely my fall nail polish colors from one of my recent videos. Go check that one out if you haven't. But that's just kind of where we're going to start. I'm just going to go through my shadows, pull out ones that inspire me, and we can kind of go from there. But here we are. These are most of like my colorful mattes. And I'm just going to start pulling some out that I think are interesting. And then we'll switch to my other palettes and kind of take everything that we have at the end and go from there. These are all of the mattes that I just pulled out, and I think you can kind of get some fall vibes from them. But I still have a few other palettes, so let me pull those out and we can kind of go through those too. After going through all of my mattes, these are the ones that I've kind of picked out to start with, and if we need to, we can always go through and adjust things as needed. But now let's go and look through my shimmers, and we'll start with my indie shimmers. Okay, so we are gonna look through all of these, but first I just need to take a second because oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I love it so much. Okay, let's get started. looking at are my shimmers from non-indie brands. So these are like mostly depotted shimmers from palettes that I've had in the past. These are my last two palettes where I like store my single shadows. These are more of like my neutral shimmers that I've again mostly depotted. And then this is just kind of my miscellaneous one for things that don't fit other places. So let's go and comb through and find some stuff in these two. Alright, so here are all of the shadows that I've picked out. I've got the shimmers at the top, the mattes at the bottom, and I tried to organize them by color a little bit. But yeah, we've got this palette to fill up. So let's go ahead and just kind of start picking out stuff. So the first thing that I think is like an excellent fall shadow is this one by JD Glow, Unexpected. I know Lauren May loves this color, and that's actually why I got it, but I gotta say, she did not steer me wrong. Look how pretty that is. This definitely has a home in this palette. Another one that I feel like definitely has a home is this one from Cleona. This is Ornamental, and it is just like a perfect fall color to me. It's like this like greeny gold, and it's just gorgeous. Oh my gosh, definitely going in. My eye is also really drawn to this one. This is depotted from the Desi Katie Friendcation palette with Dose of Colors. And this to me is like a perfect fall color. It's kind of got like a black base, but it's like a dark green with a gold shift, and it's gorgeous. Okay, the last green that I definitely want to start with is this one. So this is depotted from one of those like little mini like $25 Pat McGrath palettes that she did a couple years ago. And this one is just gorgeous. It's like a more cool tone green with almost like a silver kind of shift, and I really like this. The quality of Pat McGrath is interesting. I thought that the quality of like this little tiny like quint was really nice, but I have one of her large quads that I got on sale, and I don't love it as much. So, but this one for sure is one that I'd like to put in my fall palette. So kind of switching to the other side, I know 100,000% I'm putting in the shadow from Shine by SD. It is the shade Fairy Tales, and it's the only multi-chrome I have. I'm hoping to get a few more though. But oh my gosh, tell me that this is not like a perfect fall color. It's like red to gold to green, and it's just like falling leaves. Like, of course I have to put it in a fall themed palette, you know? Another one that I think would be really nice is this Shine by SD one. This is, oh gosh, Toasty. It's a pink to green. It's a lot deeper than other pink to greens that I have though. And again, it just kind of screams fall. It's got like this like light green, but then a deep like pinky purple base. And I just think that this one would be very interesting for a few different fall looks. So another one that I think would be nice is this one. This is from Give Me Glow. It's Sun-Kissed. And I think it's a little bit lighter, but it's got like a peach with a gold green shift. And we need something a little lighter, and I just think that this one is really perfect for like a fall themed palette, and like, you know, brings a little bit of lightness to what we currently have. Moving into golds, this one I totally want. I'm pretty sure that this comes from a JD Glow palette, but it's like this really deep, like coppery gold. And first of all, the quality of this is insane. But second of all, I just think that this is like a perfect fall shade. So from here, I kind of want to compare a few of these other golds with this one, just because I don't want anything too redundant, but I would like another gold. That one's from the ABH Riviera palette that I just swatched, and that one's pretty nice. Definitely a shade difference. I also want to try out this one. This is depotted from a BH palette. Let's see how this one looks. That one's nice, a little less yellow, but still like much lighter gold than this one. Let's also go ahead and swatch. These two are very similar in color, I'm realizing. Let's swatch this one. This is another one of those like little ones from the Pat McGrath palette. And let's try that out. Ooh, okay, this one's like a little bit closer in shade. Not quite as like, I guess like almost orange leaning. It's more of like a bronze gold, but maybe a little too close to have them both. Let's also try this one. This is from Looksy. This is Social Butterfly, and I want to swatch this one like really close to this one to see. Oh, see? Oh, but this one's got like a pink almost base to it. Oh my gosh, I really just want to add this one. But are they too similar? I don't know. I'm gonna add it for now, and we can always take it away because I love this color. You can see I've already kind of put a dent in it. Maybe you can't see, but I love this shade. I really liked all of the Social Butterfly 2 collection from Looksy Beauty this summer. Guys, we might need a bigger palette. Look how like few shades I have in here, and it's already like almost half full. So TBD, we might be getting a bigger palette. I do really like the idea of like this like more like satiny brown. I just think it would be interesting, and it's very, very deep and really unique, and I think that it has a place in this fall palette, at least for now. So I kind of like the idea of having one of these like blue browns in here. This one is from Natasha Denona. Again, another brand, I didn't love the quality. I had one of like the 5 pans, like the larger ones, and I thought it was okay, you know? It just wasn't like as spectacular as I expected, but I am wanting to try some of the newer stuff because this is pretty old at this point. I've had this for like 3 or 4 years, so I would like to try some of the newer stuff. But I've also got this one from Give Me Glow, which is much more sparkly, but like that same base. Oh, you know what? It's a little bit more sheer and a little bit less like red. You know, that's interesting. I haven't used the Natasha Denona one in a while, so maybe I should use this one, get some use out of it. Okay, so I've pretty much accepted the fact that we are not going to be able to put everything in here. So what I might do is fill this with shimmers and then like transfer it all to a bigger palette, and then we can add mattes. Another shadow that I have that really screams fall is this one from Pretties for Your Face. It's called Work, and it's like an orange with a gold, and I think that it's a very pretty color for fall. I also like this warmer orange and deeper orange. Let's just double check. Oh yeah, those are totally different and both have a place in this palette. So I'd also like to have like a red to green. I'm worried it's gonna overlap a little too much, but we'll swatch all of the shimmers and kind of see how they all look. This one is from Adept. It's one that I haven't gotten a lot of use out of, which is why I pulled it instead of some of my other green browns. This one is ACD 17, but I also have this one from BH. This one has much less of like a brown, like red shift, but it's still a really pretty color. Although, you know what? I think that's going to be too close to the Cleona shade. Let's try this one. This is the one I absolutely love from ABH. Maybe my favorite ABH shade. Look at that like neon green almost. But it doesn't have like that brown shift. I'm curious, let's compare that to the Cleona one and see. You know what? It is pretty different from the Cleona. I wish you guys were here. On camera, I feel like it's not quite as different, but this one is much more like vibrantly green, and this is much more of like a gold green. Let's put both in. Let's put this one and the Adept one in. Oh God, I'm already out of room in this little thing. Here, let me try to show you. But I don't care. I want to add a few more shimmers. I love them so much. So while we're swatching greens, let's watch this one. This is from ColourPop, and it's a really nice, like, deep green. It is so different from what we have. Let's try it against the Desi and Katie one and see. Oh yeah, those are so different. Okay. The ColourPop's going in. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna have room for all of these things. I do know that I want a few like basic B colors. So there's this one. I just grabbed like one of these like random like bronzy ones from ABH, and I thought that looks like a really nice fall color. But I also have this one from KKW. It's a lot lighter and more warm, I guess. I definitely don't need both. Let's do the ABH one. I have not used a lot of these. One thing I want to do really fast, I really like this color. I think that this color is pretty unique. It's like a gold, but like a green gold. So let's compare this against a few other things and see if it has a spot in here. So first I want to compare it against this ColourPop one. This one's definitely more like green. Let's compare it against the Cleona, actually. Oh, see, that's like right in between them. Okay, yeah. I like this color, but I think that it doesn't really have a place in here. Actually, you know what? I should compare this Pat McGrath to the... Oh, those are so different. Okay, that's no problem. Okay, so this is what we currently have. I've taken away some of the shimmers that we've already swatched and decided are a no-go, but I do still want a few more. Like, I just feel like there are some elements here that we're missing. So the first thing I know for sure that we need is we need a like light color for like highlighting and stuff like that. So this one is from Pat McGrath. Like I was saying, this is depotted from one of her quads, and it's just kind of like underwhelming. Like, it looks transparent. It's got like a little bit of a sheen, like a little bit of like a peachy flip. I don't know though, this color just like, when I got this quad, I was like, oh, this is it, you know, just because like I got it on super sale, but to pay $65 for 4 shadows and like this be one of them, I was just like, ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. And I mean, I don't know, I am not completely writing Pat McGrath off. I would like to try something eventually, but it's just so expensive. And so this definitely kind of turned me off a little bit. No hate, though, to Pat McGrath stands, because I know there are quite a few of them out there, but I just am not one of them, and I think I can eliminate this one. I was going to try to use it, but considering that we have a limited amount of space, I just feel like I have things that I would rather use in this palette. So I've got these two. This one is from Give Me Glow. It's Cream Lace. This one's a little cool. Not cool, it's warm. It's just like a light, like with this, like a light cream color with almost like a silver reflect. This one is from Clarity Cosmetics, and it's Wedding Bells. And this one's a little bit warmer, and so I think it might do better. Something I've noticed, I don't know if you just saw when I like swatched this on my hand, the Clarity Cosmetics shadows are very, very powdery. I actually have one that is almost unusable at this point because it is so powdery, and you can see all of like the shimmer that just fell onto my other shadows. So I have to be careful with it, but I think out of the two, it's just like a touch warmer, and so I think it would be the better option. I really, really love this shade from Terra Moons. What shade is this? I think it's Rubidium. Yes, it's Rubidium. They have a few. I think there's like 3 of them like this. It is like metal. Oh my gosh, do you see that? Like, it is like actual metal. it's crazy, but I don't know if it belongs in here. It's like a little cool, and I feel like we're kind of going with like a warmer fall palette. So I'm not sure about that one, but I do love that shade. This is another one that like I'm not sure about. I would really like a bronze, you know. This one's a little cool though, but I don't know. I've been seeing Hannah Louise Poston do a lot of looks with like these like bronze shades, and it's been really inspiring me. So I kind of want to add it. I don't know. Let's swatch this one. This is another bronze from ABH, and this one is much warmer. Let's try that. Decisions. I'll go with the warmer one just to stay a little bit more consistent, and I think it'll help with mattes, so that way we don't have like cool mattes and warm mattes. We can just kind of stick with like warmer stuff. Looking at everything that's left, I'm not really sure if there's anything else I'd want to add. I'm thinking maybe this one. This is Play by Play from ColourPop, and it's like a duochrome. It's like a peach with like a green flip. I think it's cool. I don't know. It's a lighter shade, which is nice, just because like right now our only highlight is this one from Clarity. But I think that's okay. I think that one from Clarity matches really well. I do have this one from Juvia's Place, but I've shown this one in a previous one. I broke this like all around the edge. So like if I turn it around, it will completely fall out. So I'm not sure if I want to use that one just because of that. Oh, it actually has less of a flip too than I thought it would in comparison to the ColourPop one. Okay, I'm not going to put either in for now because we've got a ton of shimmers, and I think we're good with what we've got. The only other one I'm kind of considering is this one, which is from Copacetic Cosmetics. It's Sparks Fly. This is a really pretty and interesting shadow. It's like one of their flaky shadows. And so it's kind of like the Terramoon one. It looks like just like liquid metal, you know, but it's a little bit flakier and like it doesn't like completely cover, you know. So I don't know. Let's compare it to the Terramoon one, actually. Oh gosh, I'm running out of fingers. Oh man. I'm not going to put either. I'm not going to put either in for now, and I can always grab them and put them in if I want to. Okay, so here are the shimmers that we have right now, and I switched them out into the bigger palette, and look at how much room they still take up. So let's start swatching stuff and see how we feel about everything. So this first one is JD Glow, Unexpected. Then let's go ahead and do this one. This is the Adept. Next, we've got, let's do this one. Let's try to keep them together, you know, by colors. So this one is the one from ABH. Then we've got, let's do this one from ColourPop, that like deep olive green. Next up, let's do this one from the Desi Katie palette. Then we'll do this one from Cleona. Then let's do this one from Pat McGrath. Now we'll do this one from Shine by SD, because it's kind of got, you know, a little bit of green to it depending on the flip. Let's start going into golds. So we've got Social Butterfly from Looksy. Then let's do this one from JD Glow. Oh yeah, this looks very different here in this light. Next, let's try this one actually from Pretties for Your Face. Okay, let's try this one from Give Me Glow. Okay, so this one and this one kind of have a similar base. This one's a touch lighter. Oh, do I need them both? Can I fit them both? Okay, let's keep swatching and then we'll come back to that. Let's go ahead and swatch some of like these like pink ones. So we've got this one from Shine by SD. Oh god, I'm running out of room. That one from ABH. I'm like totally running out of room, but we just have a few more. So let's do this brown, this like blue, and I think the only other one is this one from Clarity. I think that's all. So let's just swatch those out. I don't know if I can show you all of them. There they all are. Okay, we need to cut a few of these for sure to make room for some of these gorgeous mattes. God, I just folded my elbow and RIP to the brown. And actually, I think RIP to the brown besides that. It's like really, really dark. It's staining my finger. Like, look at that. Oh my gosh. So I'm thinking for that reason alone. Oh wait, I forgot to swatch this orange. I just realized that. Let's just put it right up here. I know that one's pretty unique. But I think because it's staining so bad, I'm like, I just don't even want to mess with it. So let's get rid of that one. I also feel like we don't have overlap between these four, but I don't know if we need all four. You know what I mean? I think out of all of them, honestly, I kind of want to get rid of Work, which is surprising to me, but I just feel like its base color is pretty similar to this, but I like the sparkle of this more, and we need something a little lighter, and so, I don't know, I'm thinking about getting rid of that. I also am feeling like I probably don't actually need both of these, so I'll go ahead and get rid of the ABH one, even though I love that color, but I think, again, now that I see them like swatched out, like they're different, you know, but they're not like different enough. Like I don't really need them both in this palette. But other than that, I'm thinking everything else could stay. The only other thing that I'm like considering is like, oh god, I don't even know if I can fit my arm here. Do I need this one and this one? Maybe not, maybe not. Let's go with the ABH. Let's get rid of this Natasha Denona one. So I like this because I feel like it leaves a lot more room for mattes. We've got about like half of the palette still left for mattes. So there are some colors I already know for sure I want. I definitely want this one from JD Glow. It is like the perfect pumpkin orange. My hand's a little wet, so it might swatch a little weird, but perfect color for fall, for sure, putting that in there. I also feel like I really like this like deep orange. It's like a brown orange. It's also from JD Glow, and I think that will be another very complimentary one. I also know I want this yellow. I've been really loving this. This is Geese Lang from Sydney Grace, and it's a little punchier than it looks, I feel like, maybe. But it's like a lighter yellow too, and so I just think it'd be a good one for like a transition shade, potentially. I also really like this like deeper yellow from ABH. I think it's very different from Geese Lang. Let me swatch that again. So, oh yeah, those are so different and would be nice to have both of them. Thinking about greens, I've got a lot of really good greens. I really like this one from Menagerie. It's like a green, but like as neutral of a green as you can get. So I think that that would be another really good transition shade. I also like this one. This is from Terra Moons. It's Mi Gente. And this one is much deeper. So I think that this would be a good one too. This one's like right in between. I'm pretty sure this is Kelp. Yeah, Kelp from Menagerie. And I really like this one as well. You know what, we're putting all three in there. I love a good green. Oh man, oh god, we're almost out of room already. Oh my gosh, okay. We're gonna have to make some changes again, but let's just stick with this for now. So I've got a few more that I know I want in here. I know I want this one. I've been really enjoying this shade from ColourPop. It's very pigmented. And for a darker matte, it's like not really patchy, which I find can sometimes be an issue with ColourPop. So that one's definitely finding its way in here. I'll have to rearrange that here in a second. I also would like to have a dark red, but I'm not sure if this is going to be too close to that actually. So let's try it out. That's from KKW, by the way. I don't need both. I don't need both. what about this one? This one's a little lighter, so it's a little bit more like different, I guess. Now that one I feel like I could have. Can I fit it though? That's a whole different question, but let's plan on this one being in here too. So I just went ahead and swatched this one from ColourPop too, and I'm actually thinking I might do this one instead of this one from KKW. One, because it'll fit better, but two, it's a little bit more contrasty, and I just think that that would be fun to have. I'm also wondering that if instead of Mi Gente, I could do this one from ColourPop. It's like a little bit like grungier of a deep green. Oh god, my hand's still kind of wet, so that swatched really bad. This one's like more like of a vibrant green. I'm gonna go with the other one because it will also save us a little bit of room, and it adds some like depth and a little bit more neutrality to the palette. I would also really like this one. This is from Copacetic, and it is Sun Glow. It's like a nice like peachy orange, and so I think that this one could be really, really useful in this palette. Looking at what we still have in front of us, there are three things I know I want. I know I want these three ABH shadows, just because they give me an option to make things a little bit more neutral if I would like them to. So we've got like this like deeper matte brown, we've got this lighter matte brown, and then we've got this like peach, not peach, what? Like coral color. And I think that all three of those could be useful and still give fall vibes. So with that, let me try to like reconfigure this to fit all of these, and if they don't fit, we can kind of go from there. After some reconfiguring, this is where we are left. I replaced the lighter Menagerie green with like this like medium one. I also added this blue and kind of moved some things around, but let's go ahead and swatch out this palette as it is, you know, right now. Oh gosh, let me try to fit both of my arms in frame. Ugh. I think that's it. Yes, we've got all of the shades in frame, and this is our fall palette. And I definitely think it is giving total fall vibes, and I'm kind of in love with it. I think it looks really, really good. So I have no clue what I want to do on my eyes, but let's go ahead and figure something out. Now that I've got my palette all built, let's go ahead and do an eye look. And I'm wanting to do something really colorful. I'm kind of taking some inspiration from Lauren Mae Beauty. I love the way that she does her makeup, like absolutely love it. So I'd like to try to emulate her as much as possible with this look. We have got this like absolutely gorgeous palette to work with. So I'm thinking I really want to use the Cleona shade. I haven't used it enough, and it really is like a perfect fall shade. So I'd like to incorporate that in some way. Why don't we just start like, you know, a little low stakes. We'll put this like coral color into my crease to start. Something that Lauren May does that I think would be kind of fun to try that I don't really do is like putting a color like right in the front of the crease. So I'm not really sure which one I want to do. Let's try this yellow. So I'm gonna take a brush. I've got this like little dense one. It's kind of a blending brush still though. It's kind of fluffy. It's from Milani, and I'm just gonna tap into that and we'll see how this goes. Again, I've never tried this before. I feel like I need to build up this like peach coral color a little bit more, but I don't really want them to like completely blend in together. I like the idea of this one being like a little bit on top of the other. I think it'll look a little bit better once I put a color on top of it. I mean, they did kind of blend together a little bit. I think it's kind of impossible for them not to, just because, you know, pink and yellow like blend together and make orange, you know. But what I'm thinking about doing on the outer corner now is going in with this blue. I think it'll complement the green really well, like the greeny gold. And I think it will still blend with the pink okay. So let's try it out and see how it goes, because we're just playing around today. I feel like this is actually looking pretty good. I don't want it to be like super blended right here, just because I want there to be like a very clear difference between this blue and the pink. And I think it's looking good. I might probably add like more blue on top, but let's go ahead. We're kind of looking a little primary too, like yellow, pink, blue, a little twist on the primaries. But let's go ahead and take this shade all over the lid and just kind of see how it goes. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more of that blue to the outer corner. And then I'm gonna blend that pink up above just a little bit more to kind of like buff out the shimmer. I also went ahead and added just a little bit more of that yellow, just so that way you can kind of see each of the colors. Now, I'm not sure what I want to do on the inner part of the lid, just because everything that we have is pretty deep. I might just take this like cream shade and put that on like the inner corner and into the inner lid. But first, let's figure out what to do with the bottom lash line. I kind of want to do the purple, just because I want to have as many colors as possible. Let's do it. Let's do the purple, and then maybe we can do like the green on the inner part, and then maybe try to get an orange in there somewhere, so we really get like all of the colors. I don't know if that will work well, because those are all like secondary colors, so they might blend into mud. But let's try it out. So I'm just gonna take this like really small, dense brush and just start packing that purple underneath my lid. Oh my god, glitter everywhere from the Cleona shade. Oh. Okay. So far, so good. I think it's looking really nice, but I am kind of worried about messing it up. So I'm thinking that I've been looking at this palette kind of off camera, and I think that out of everything we have left that's like different but like going to blend, I think that this shade Sunglow from Copacetic is gonna look really nice with that purple. So let me go ahead, I'm just gonna take that on kind of a smudging brush and start on the inner portion of my lid, and then like, wait, what? Not inner portion of my lid, inner portion of like my under eye, and then also kind of like buff it out underneath the purple a little bit. That shade is pretty pigmented. I really like it though, and the orange matches kind of what is blended between the pink and the yellow, which is nice. I think it's looking really good. To finish it off, let's go ahead and just take this guy and put it in the inner corner. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Oh boy. Ooh, okay, now that I've kind of fixed the fact that there was a lot there, I think it's looking really good. I'm just gonna take this like tiny little bit that I have on my pinky and try adding it to my brow, just to add a little bit of shimmer and light there. Maybe a little bit more. Or we could do the pink and add a little bit of that. Let's do that, let's try it. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of shimmer, but that's okay. It looks good, it looks good. I feel like it might be a little bit weird that it goes like shimmer, matte, shimmer, so like drastically. Let's add a little bit more of that pink and see if we can kind of make it look a little bit more smooth of a transition. Ooh, but I just kind of lost that yellow a little bit, so let me add a little bit more of that yellow. And let's see how this looks. There we go. Yeah, okay, okay. I think that this is looking pretty good. Let me go ahead, do the other eye, and then I'm gonna put mascara on, and I'll be right back, okay? I just went and finished both eyes, and I put on mascara, and what do you think? As always, if you want to see close-ups of this look, they will be on my Instagram, but I love the way it turned out. It definitely is giving me Lauren Mae Beauty vibes, and I am here for it because she is so gorgeous and so talented, and I can only aspire to be her, and so I love how it turned out. I think it definitely is giving like fall vibes, as is just our palette in general. And I'm really happy with it. I'm really excited to use it over the next few weeks and try out some different looks. And I thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of this palette and this look in the comments down below. And let me know what else you want me to do on my channel. I'm open to suggestions. I've gotten a few from an awesome subscriber, and I will be sure to get to those soon. But if there's anything that you want to see in particular, let me know. But other than that, I hope that you stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye!